Hey everybody, welcome to week 8. Hard to believe we only have week 8 and week 9 this week. You are coding your launcher game, and so hopefully you're done by the end of week 8, but if you need to work on it in week 9, also that's fine. If you finish coding your game for week 8, then week 9 you'll just have something else to do. So let's just dive in here and get started. So here are the directions that you have. You know you're watching this video of me already. You can join me in a Google Meet next week for help. We are off Monday, but I'll be online Tuesday to Friday, just like normal. And then once you're done coding your game, make sure you click turn in on your direction page, okay? So for steps for week 8, so I highlighted this here, so please pay special attention to step 4. So I'm going to show you how to get started and go over the directions, and then I'm going to show you what it all looks like. So again, pay special attention to step 4. But you guys, you already clicked this link because that's how you got this video. Okay. After watching the video, the first thing you want to do is open up your Scratch game, the game you're working on. If you forget how to find that, how to get there, the bottom of these directions are directions on how to get back to your game. Okay, so you want that in a separate tab, okay? Then step 3, you are going to click this link that says click here. This is going to take you to a website called CS First. It's a Google website. We've used these websites before, but not as in-depth as we will this week, okay? So let me hop back to here and just say, so on this website that I'm on now, and I'm going to click back to the directions, you're going to go through a series of videos. There are 6 videos that you're going to watch, but the first one you can skip because we've already watched it in last week's directions. So starting with video 2 and go to video 6, you watch the video one at a time. At the end of the video, you'll go to your Scratch game and you'll code it. So you're going to code your game step by step, and there's 6 different steps to do so, or yeah, 5 maybe. But at the end of each video, you'll click on your game in Scratch, you'll add the code, I already did that, then you'll go back to this website and see this button that says next. You're going to click on that until you've seen all the videos that I need you to see, okay? So watch each video, code as you go, and in the end, you should have a complete game that works. Okay, so right here is another reminder. Make sure to look at step 4. So let's do that. I made this chart for you. You don't have to worry about the maze steps, just the launcher game. So the first video you're going to watch is actually video 2. Because like I said, video 1, which is right here, we can skip. It's an introduction to it. I mean, you can watch it if you want to, but I think I already played it for you last week. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. Okay, so your first video you're going to watch is video 2, and it's going to show you how to program the player sprite to launch. I'll explain that in a minute. The third video shows you how to code it, so when you click the left arrow and the right arrow, your player sprite turns in different directions. The fourth video shows you how you're going to spawn an enemy sprite each time the player sprite reaches the end zone. In video 5, you learn how to add code to keep score. And in the 6th video, this is like the extras. You're going to pick at least one add-on and add that into your game. So you might pick finish line cheer. That's the one I did. You might pick like a play with a friend option, 1 or 2. So there's 2 people playing at the same time. You might choose the option to shrink the finish line, which makes it harder, so the finish line gets smaller as you try to make your launcher or your player sprite go to the finish line, or you might somehow add some bonus points. I really like the launcher game. I'm glad that you picked this one. It is a little bit more difficult to code, but you will be fine. I just literally coded mine for the very first time, and I was nervous about it, but it went well. Okay. All right, so let me kind of show you these now. So launch a sprite. So you watch this video, and at the end, you will see the code. Do watch the video though. Don't just skip to the code because yours is harder. So you're really going to want to watch the videos. Okay, the maze game, they can pretty much skip to the code, but you guys can't. All right, in this one, you're telling the computer, when my player sprite touches the finish line, go back to start. So here's my dog, that's my player sprite, and when I click, I'm gonna go in and just unconnect some things. Here we go. So I just had to delete or move some code around so the whole game wouldn't start. But when I press the space bar, my puppy, why isn't he moving? My puppy goes across the screen, hits the finish line. I have it already coded to do a bark, and then it goes back to the beginning. Okay? My daughter is looking in the window, making funny faces at me. Go away. All right, one thing I'm going to tell you that the video does not tell you. On your player sprite code, I'm going to zoom in here. I highly suggest, they don't tell you this in the first video, but I highly suggest you adding this code block, point in direction 90. If I don't have it in here and I turn my dog, then he's like funky, he's turned funky, and so I don't want that. So I'm going to do that. That way when he goes there, he's standing in the right direction that I want him to go. Okay. All right, so that's the first thing, launch a sprite. You just get your sprite to go across the screen. So we do that, got it, boss. All right, we click next. The next code you're going to add is, it's gonna show you how to turn your sprite left or right. By the way, this can be really hard to see, so you can enlarge the screen to see your code, to see the video bigger. But anyway, so yeah, it's gonna show you how to add code, and it, so that when you're playing, you can move. See how my dog's moving when I click the right and left arrow, okay? So that's video 3, all right? Now we're gonna click next, and video 4 is about spawning enemies. So they're gonna show you how to spawn enemies, and when you do it the first time, it's going to make like tons of your enemies appear. My enemy is this bone here. So yeah, let me show you that. I'm gonna move my screen here. So they're gonna have you coding it where you're gonna have a ton of stuff. So let me show you. They're gonna have you code it with a repeat 10 just to show you how this works. But when I click the flag, there's all these enemy spawns coming at me, and this makes it super hard. Don't worry, you're gonna get rid of this later. At the very end, it's gonna have you get rid of it. That way, when you add, see how that now I have 2 enemy sprites. Now I have 3. This is the best I've been doing. Now I have 4. Hey, oh, that's so easy. I'm like doing really good. But anyway, but that's how your game will be coded. So spawning enemies, I think that's the next video. They show you how to keep scores, number 5. So in number 5, you're going to add a scoreboard to your code. And I think for me, that's right here. And I should say right now, you're going to be using a lot of buttons, or excuse me, codes that you haven't used before. Over on the left-hand side, you're going to be using some different things down in the controls. You're going to be using some senses where it's like if it's touching your finish line, or if it's touching the dog bone, go back to the beginning. Or if the right arrow is not pressed, go back, or it's just a little different. So pay attention to the color. The motion is a darker blue, and then the sensing is a lighter blue, but they look very similar over here. And you can zoom in and you can see the color difference a little bit better. I'm just going to zoom back out. You're also going to be using operators, and you'll be using variables. So that's kind of cool. You're going to learn a little bit about that. Okay, so let's see. So after you figure out how to put in a scoreboard here, that's video 5. You'll click the next button. And then this is where you get to pick the add-ons to make your game unique. You can pick finish line cheer. Mine, I did barking because I have the dog. You can do play with a friend option 1, play with a friend option 2. You can have the finish line shrinking. I thought that would be cool. Or you can add in some bonus points. So I really feel if you're getting a little confused, just make sure you're watching these videos. And like I said, at the end of each video, I would go to your Scratch project and add the code that it's telling you to. And really watch the videos, because for a lot of these, you can't just skip like to the end to see the code. It's not going to make very much sense, okay? Again, and these are the things, every one of those video steps I put here, so just so you would have that as well. I really feel you will be totally fine. Oh, yeah. You'll be successful. I feel like if I can do it, anybody can do it. I have had a lot of fun with Scratch in the past. I wish we could have done more and all that, but that's okay. Hey, that's life. We just got to roll with it and just stay positive and be resilient. You guys are doing a great job. I really appreciate it. Thank you for picking the launcher game. You may not have known it's a little bit harder, but kudos to you and you'll be fine. Yeah, so if you have a question, please email me. Join me in a Google Meet. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Have a great Memorial Day weekend and stay safe. See you guys. Good luck.